Hey guys, welcome back. We are with the Sir Alex Ferguson challenge with Liverpool. My name is ChasingLamely, and today we're doing a double header. So sit down, relax, get yourself something to drink, settle in, because this one's going to be good. Today we are playing Tottenham in the second round of the League Cup semi-final for a chance to go to Wembley again and win our first trophy. And then we're going to Arsenal for a Premier League game, because why the devil not? We'll be back after the intro and we're going to go straight into the game. We're going to get this one smashed out, guys. I will see you on the other side. Okay guys, we're back, and as you can see, this is the match preview. With the favourites ever so slightly, our form is now classed as strong. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We are playing at a sold out drizzly Anfield, and we have got a 2-1 lead from the first leg. Essentially, one goal is not enough for them. They can beat us 1-0, we're through. It's only if they get to 2 goals we have to start worrying about, what's going on, as long as the tie is still level, or, you guys, I don't know why I'm explaining that to you. You guys watch football, you understand how this works. Let's go into the team selection. It's going to be pretty much the same team as last time out. In fact, I think it probably is the same team as last time. I didn't make any changes. Someone still wants Joe Gomez. West Brom tried to take him on loan, and I told him to bugger off, because he's our third or fourth choice centre half, and I kind of want to keep him around. Go straight in with that. We are playing the 4-5-1. It's like before. It's not a case of necessarily just being worried. I am worried about Spurs. They're a good team, but we're going to kind of sit back. We should try and see this one out, I think, is the plan. See the teams. We've got Casillas, Klein, Matip, Klavan and Robertson at the back, because it worked out well last time. Emirates, Chan, Henderson and Wijnaldum, that kind of midfield triangle. Coutinho and Salah on the wings supporting Sturridge. For them, again, Vorm, Alderweireld, Eric Dyer, Sanchez. They're taking us a bit more seriously this time. Trippier, Davis, Winks, Wanyama, Ali, Ericsson and Florente. Harry Kane is still injured from the first leg. I'm happy with that. I mean, not happy for him, sucks for him, happy for us. It's a strong, you can already see, if you want to go back to the last video and check, you're more than welcome. It's a stronger team than last time. So should I go? I've just actually talking about a stronger team than last time. I didn't show you what you've missed so far. Well, while we've been away. So the last time we met was the Rochdale game. We've since played Burnley. We got a 2-1 win away from home, playing the home formation, because super confusing. We played the away formation against Rochdale at home, and then the home formation against Burnley away. Anyway, 2-0. Matip and Sturridge get goals. Good all-round performance. No complaints. Back to the game we're playing. That was good, wasn't it? That was professional. It was slick. Okay, into the dressing room. We'll challenge the team to go out and prove a point. Yeah, we just challenge the team to get us to this final, and we won't panic. Talent review, transfer window slams shut. Something could happen. I don't see it. We'd have to find more money from somewhere than we have. We're in good form. It's a different sort of challenge. We'll go with that one. There's no really good answer there. Pochettino taking the step of putting Son on the transfer list. Do I agree? Would I have done it? I'm going to no comment that one, because if I say anything positive about him, they're going to link me to him, and he's not a player I want, and it will just cause trouble with my squad. I don't want to say anything negative about him, in case I decide down the line I do want him and he hates me. Such is the life of a football manager. How important? He's a big talent. I don't know why you feel it's important to ask me about a reserve player, now. But hey, journalists are funny people. I should know. I used to be one once. There we go. We've got the kickoff highlight. It's not going anywhere. It was never going anywhere. Too many passes. Quick pro tip: if there's not a long ball forward within the first 5 seconds, your kickoff highlight's not going anywhere. We've picked up the ball now from a throw, and Coutinho with a bar. What was that? What on earth was that? If you're watching this and you're a Barcelona fan, hola by the way, that's what you just bought for whatever it was, 120 something million quid. You bought a player who couldn't manage a simple pass back to Iker Casillas. Brilliant. That's outstanding. That's world class. Well played. There might be some business in the transfer window. You might see me get rid of Coutinho. So okay, we're back in the end. Coutinho's got a chance to redeem himself. He's clean from the box. If we can just find someone, find Sturridge, who's got himself an assist. I don't know if that redeems himself because I expect assists out of him. That's kind of why we signed him. Well, was kind of why we put him in the team, I should say. But he also made, frankly, the dumbest back pass I've ever witnessed in my life. Worth noting though now, Tottenham need to score 2 more goals at least to have any chance of making the final. Bear that in mind. It's 12 minutes gone. Coutinho has kind of redeemed themselves in the eyes of the rated. Oh, Danny Sturridge has picked up an injury. It appears to be a bruised knee. I don't know. I mean, it's a bruised knee. Like, he's not at risk of losing his leg. I kind of don't want to risk him, but I also kind of don't want to risk this match. It's a bit of a catch-22. Wijnaldum's got the ball there. If we can score a goal, I'll look at taking him off. It's so early for a sub though. Coutinho finds Robertson, finds Emre Can, who found Henderson. Henderson has a pop from absolutely ridiculous distance out, and Vorm has turned over the bar. Coutinho, with outstanding play, finds Llorente on the edge of the box with the worst corner in history. Such a big fan of Coutinho right now, can't you tell? I mean, that's absolutely ridiculous. That might be what, like I said, it might be one of the just. I know he got an assist, but everything else we've seen him do has been terrible. Like, blind drunk pub league player terrible. Danny Sturridge has now broken with his bruised knee. I genuinely can't believe I just said that sentence. A bruised knee has made Danny Sturridge an invalid. We're going to go with Giovinco up front. We're going to play him as his preferred trequartista. It's a real risk when you've only got inside forwards to come and help him, because you're relying on them to come in. We're relying on Coutinho to do something more than being shit. Also, if you've got children with you whilst you're watching this, you've made a mistake. I swear sometimes. I'm really sorry. I should put a disclaimer somewhere on the channel or on the video, and I haven't done it yet. I will swear sometimes. It's football. You'll hear worse on the terraces. Unless, of course, you're a Man United fan, because you've never been to Old Trafford or on the terraces. So it's fine. Rim shot. Anyway. I kid, I love Man United fans, really. And I'd say hello in your own language, but I don't speak it. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit bitchy tonight. I don't know why. How to alienate your entire 4-person fan base in one video. Actually, at some point as I'm recording this, I feel like I have alienated the entire viewing community I built up, because the last 2 videos had 0 views. I'm assuming you're just all busy. But do catch up, boys, do catch up. That was redundant. If you're not watching this, you didn't hear that. Anyway, Coutinho with apparently great play until the finish, and if that was a finish, I am in fact Michael Jackson, because that was appalling. It's not a finish if it ends up closer to the corner flag than the goal. Just a wee fact for you. We should make it into half time without conceding another goal. I feel like I'm going to have to yell at Coutinho, but there isn't a just stop being awful option on a team talk. I know I've looked for it many a times. Just stop being awful. What have you got to say for yourself? Nobody reacted to anything. That's good. Emre Can's going to need to be calmed down as soon as we come up for the second half. I'm pretty sure that's going to be what that tactical advice. Oh, it's Daniel Sturridge needs to come off. Well, he did that about 20 minutes ago. Great advice. I do feel bad that I took that gamble on Danny Sturridge. I'm not going to lie, I feel a bit awful. Coutinho's taking a corner though. Could have done something with it. Emre Can's got it. Henderson's looking like he could maybe do something. Swings across into Salah. Salah hits the post. Oh, come on. The thing is, in my head, I know I feel like I missed Llorente scoring. Oh no, I didn't. It was that awful back pass. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we should score more goals. I know, in my head, I understand that Spurs are still, if they score one goal, we're in trouble. I think I said something different earlier. I'm a bit tired. I thought I said something earlier. One goal for Spurs puts us in trouble. Oh, Coutinho. Oh, he's hit the post. The rebound cleared by Trippier. That was close. That was too close for comfort, if I'm honest. We need to do a little bit more. I just want one more goal, really, to put the game beyond doubt. Because if Spurs do score, we're going extra time, we're going penalties. Mohamed Salah's injured now. I'm not going to take any risks because Danny Sturridge bruised his knee and ended up crippled. I think I'm going to bring on... No, let's go with Ox. I was thinking about Firmino for a second. I'm still thinking about Firmino. The trouble is, what this really comes down to is, what am I going to need to do in the future? Am I going to need to go to the 4-3-3? If I am, I need attackers on the field, but then I still won't have 3 strikers on the field. Is Firmino any good with a penalty? He's better than Ox, I suspect. Yeah, we're going to go with Firmino because it does give me options in my toolbox, and I think some will have undoubtedly by now had the thought, how are you going to do a 4-3-3 if you've only got 2 strikers? Because I've got this little fella called James Milner, who, for those of us who are old, remember when he first came through at Leeds and he was a striker. I reckon he'll be alright up front. Certainly was back in the day. Giovinco's got the free kick. Wijnaldum finds Robertson. And this is a slow build. Coutinho, do something. He scored. Coutinho is having probably the roller coaster day of his career at this point. He's made 2 awful mistakes. He's had some awful shooting. He's also got an assist and a goal now. He's going to get the Man of the Match award after playing appallingly. I'm wondering what Salah was doing there as well. Feel free to have a little rewind, watch that again. Salah had an open goal with a keeper on his knees and squared it to Coutinho. It's almost like he was trying to prove a point, or unless that ankle injury he's picked up kind of made him uncomfortable for shit. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. We'll say he made that choice because he was worried. I can't shake this worry there's going to be some way they get back into this game and get penalties. I need to take Emre Can off. There's two reasons that worries me. One is that Emre Can is German, and therefore does not miss a penalty. Ever. The other thing that concerns me is whoever I bring on has to be decent with a penalty. And because in my head, this is still going to go to penalties. I don't know why, it's a really irrational fear. And it comes down to a choice between Alexander-Arnold and Milner. Milner's missed the last 2 penalties he's taken, but he is the better penalty taker. And Henderson can't take a penalty to save his life, but he's the captain. It's okay. The big decision. I'm paid to make big decisions. That's what I'm going to do. We're gonna do that. Wijnaldum, yeah, you can be a deep lying playmaker, that's fine. No one will notice. Just do some job. Bringing on Milner makes sense as well, because like I said, it does give me the option of going back to the 4-3-3, because he can do a striker. A little bit. Probably not so much anymore, but he has in the past been known to play as a striker. Giovinco with a beautiful free kick goal. Just in case at any point during this series you thought, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. I don't want to brag, but if you go back and watch the video where I talked about signing Giovinco, which I think is episode 2, I said, I want someone who can convert set pieces. I want someone who scores goals from free kicks. I said Giovinco was that man, and he's just done it. Don't want to brag, obviously, but I was right, wasn't I? Cracking player. I'm so glad I picked Giovinco up. If anyone watching this is involved with the Premier League team in real life, Matip gets himself crippled. That's standard. 1, I am a genius, as I've just proven, and 2, get yourself a Giovinco, yeah. You won't regret it, because he's bloody brilliant. I'm going to put Milner in as centre half. A, because we're 3 goals up. B, because he's James Milner, and he can play absolutely anywhere he pleases. Probably is a risk, I'm not going to lie. In fact, let's drop Coutinho back into central midfield. You're going to see me do tactics here. I know, I don't do tactics very often. My logic being, that's probably a bit less risky than what I was attempting to do previously, which was go with a 2-man midfield against Tottenham, whose midfield is not awful. We're going to go, you can be a deep lying playmaker on support. I know, there's a minute left, I'm doing tactics. Guys, don't leave me. Don't leave me. Please don't leave me. Tactics are important. That's life. Matip, of course, crippled and playing as a left winger. Because he can. Because he's manly. He's not. I mean, he probably is. He's probably manlier than I am. But he's not going to play left wing. Vorm sent the ball for today. They're playing against 10 men. We're primed for the picking. Come on, 40 seconds. Son almost convinced someone he should stay at Spurs until he kicked it at Casillas. 25 seconds left to go. They're going to be all over us for the last minute or so. We've got no excuse either. We're basically sitting back. That diamond is very tight. Those guys are all on top of each other. That's it. That's the game. 3-1 here at Anfield. And we're in the final of the League Cup. I never thought I'd hear the day where someone said that in a way that indicated excitement. But I did. I did. Because I want to win this trophy. Which makes me also the only manager in recent memory to get excited about the idea of winning the League Cup. There's the confirmation. Let's go into the inbox. We will see who we're playing, because I'm fairly sure that draw has been done. That's some excellent injuries as well for the season. We've lost Matip for 5 to 6 weeks. We've lost Salah for 1 to 2 days, isn't too bad. Sturridge, 1 to 2 days with a bruised knee. You came off with a you absolute jeb-end. Looking for a confirmation of who we're playing. It doesn't say. Apparently we've splashed cash. We've only spent a few quid, like 40 million. It's fine. Some pundits are wondering whether or not we're capable. I reckon we've done all right. We've done all right. I genuinely can't remember who we're playing in this final. It must say somewhere. In fact, let's just look at the other. I'm genius. We're playing Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace smashed Arsenal 4-1 on aggregate. Arsenal must have stuck like the under-10s out in that game. And that's a decent Arsenal side. Ozil, by the way, I looked at him. He's on the transfer list. If I can find the money, maybe. But yeah, these are guys you expect to play fairly often for Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. Alexis Sanchez is up front. Coquelin, Monreal. And okay, El Nene's at the back. But I don't understand how Palace have beaten them 4-0. I really don't. There's no red cards there. There's no injuries there. They've used Giroud and Welbeck. I just don't understand. Anyway, we're going to play Crystal Palace in the final. But before that, I'm going to go through the rest of his emails. I'm going to praise the people I need praising and tell the people who are injured to stop crying and man up. And then we're going to come back and we're going to play Arsenal, just because we can. See you in a second through the magic of editing. And just like that, the magic of editing brings us back. So, it's time for us to play Arsenal. We're playing at the Emirates. It is of course sold out. The drizzle keeps coming. An important thing to notice here is this is our game in hand effectively over West Ham. A win puts us 8th. If we look at the league table, which we'll do very, very quickly, a win here puts us up into 8th, as I said. We'd be on 37 points. Puts 6th within our reach. Also puts us just 6 points behind Spurs, and I feel like we might be able to get into the top 4 if we keep this run of form going. Certainly 5th is doable though. But that's okay. We'll look at the team selection. Not much has changed. Matip is injured, as you saw before. He's going to be out for a little while. He's going to miss the Celtic game, or both Celtic games I believe. But that means we get the chance to give Ruben Dias his Premier League debut, and I'm really excited to see how he does. As a kind of insurance policy, I've got Joe Gomez on the bench in case things go wrong. Danny Sturridge is going to start, so is Salah. Luckily their injuries aren't too bad, or weren't too bad. They've recovered. They're not fully fit, but they have recovered. And we've got the option on the bench to go to the 4-3-3 if we need it, because we've got Giovinco there and we've got Firmino there, and somehow I have to figure out how to use Danny. I've got this awful problem now where I've got more good players than I know what to do with. Such a terrible first world problem. Let's get into this game. Let's try and get this done quick. I know it's been a long episode. Thank you for sticking with me if you've got this far. Whilst teams are warming up, please, if you've enjoyed what you've seen so far, or if you want to watch the rest and make your own decision on if you've enjoyed so far, but hit the like button. If you can hit the subscribe button just so I know you're there, just so I know I'm reaching some people, please do that. And if you want to give me a follow on Twitter, I'm at ChasingLamely. We've got the new schedule going. These are going out at 9. Vanuatu save is going out at 4. There's another save coming. 3 series. I've gone crazy. 3 series. The 3rd series will be coming very soon. I'm recording a lot of it in advance just so I've got kind of a library that I can release on days where I don't get a chance to record for when I go back to university. So I'm doing a little bit of recording ahead as well. I apologise, I'll still get to comments as soon as I get comments. It just means that if you drop in tactical advice, you might be too late. And I apologise for that, but obviously uni has to kind of come first. I'll get myself ahead, get myself that buffer, I'm going to tell you now. Anyway, that's not getting this video done any faster, is it? Good work. So, what we've got here, we've got our starting lineups. So, Arsenal, they've gone with Cech in goal, Koscielny, Mertesacker and Mustafi. Really looking forward to seeing Mertesacker try and handle Sturridge's pace. Beautiful. Bellerin and Kolasinac as the wing backs. Ramsey and Wilshere as centre mid. Sanchez, Giroud and Walcott up front. Nothing there to be too worried about at all, is there? We've gone with what's becoming fairly standard. Casillas, Klein, Diaz comes in for his league debut. Klavan, Robertson, Emre Can, Jordan Henderson, Wijnaldum, Coutinho, Salah and Sturridge. Nothing else to report. We've pretty much just staying the same. Consistency, we're being consistent, that's what's key here. We'll ask the team to do this for the fans, and they haven't decided they hate the fans yet. That's a start. Okay, we've got another tunnel interview. Outstanding. Both teams going through in good form. Good. I enjoy that. We'll have to make that work somehow. So here we go. Teams are huddling up. Liverpool, as you would probably expect, are playing in the white, and we are underway. Jack Wilshere's not fully fit. There's a sentence you hear almost every day. Sorry, still feeling a bit sassy. If anyone knows anyone from Sports Interactive, I say this knowing that I know people at Sports Interactive, but I'm really curious as to why teams think it's a good idea to start with unfit players. And as I'm having that little bit of a complaint, Nathaniel Klein manages to swing it across for Daniel Sturridge to put away. Let's watch the replay, because I didn't even watch it the first time. So Klein found Salah, found Can found a ball over the top. Klein with a low cross finds Sturridge at the near post. He just tucks it away. About as simple as it gets as a goal. It's our first shot on target. 1-0. Really happy about this form. I'm really happy about the way we're playing at the moment. It looked a bit shaky early on. The dynamics are improving as well. They haven't quite come round to me as a manager reputation wise, but the dressing room atmosphere is good. Everything else is really good. I think they just need time to get used to me, to get my reputation up. But you know, it's coming. That's the way it goes. When you go in with a Sunday League reputation, they're going to think the worst of you. I don't feel like we've been really threatened by Arsenal. Maybe it's because I haven't seen the threat. We're dominating possession though, that's always good. Klein throws to Diaz. Diaz across to Klavan. Klavan finds Wijnaldum. What's he going to do here? He's found Coutinho. Can Coutinho manage to not make any silly errors today? He can so far. Wijnaldum though, with just the most breathtakingly optimistic shot I think I've seen in a while. That might even have been worse than Coutinho's, because he looked like he made serious effort to get in and still failed. Been told to close down Walcott. That's never bad advice. Hopefully they won't do anything from this as Bellerin gets the ball out wide. Bellerin flicks it over the top. Alexis Sanchez. Oh, I don't know how Sanchez is getting that in. If we have a look when this cross comes in, Sanchez should be marked out of the game there. By the time he gets his head to the ball, there's 4 white shirts around him. Unbelievable how we can just muster up some utter crap like that at times. Coutinho's got the ball, you can see it in the background. I tell Klavan to man mark Giroud. That's obviously a strong piece of advice. Henderson to Robertson. Robertson finds Coutinho. What's Coutinho got? He's got a pass to Emre Can. This is good. It's good possession. Well, Henderson's found Wijnaldum. We are retaining the ball well in midfield. Salah finds Can. Can finds Salah back on the over. Salah with the ball through. Oh, Sturridge tries a shot from a really tight angle. maybe he could have scored, but I can't really blame him for it being safe. Coutinho flicks it over, Kolasinac heads it to safety, but Emre Can has found it now. Can to Henderson, Wijnaldum, this was good pressure, and that was the most abrupt end to a highlight I've ever seen. It was like a player from the Arsenal defence looked at it and it stopped. Brilliant. 30 minutes played. I think the two teams are fairly even so far. You know, all the stats seem to match up. We've maybe got the slightly better of the possession, and actually all in all, maybe less of our players have gone a bit missing. But it's looking good. Kolasinac has picked up an injury, or has picked up a knock at least. He's looking a bit tired. So is Wilshere. Alexis Sanchez is looking like he's got. Daniel Sturridge has picked up an injury. It looks like a bruise. How have you bruised your knee again? What is wrong with you? I swear, a bruised knee is not an injury that a professional footballer should be worried. That's not just me, is it, guys? That's not an injury a professional footballer should really care about. We've hit half time. It's 1-1. I'm not going to take Sturridge off. I know he crumbled like a house of cards last time. If we're honest, he crumbled like a house of cards in a tornado last time with his bruised knee. He was only out for 1-2 days. I don't understand how you don't get through that. Maybe this is time for that's the trouble with modern footballers rant. You know, back in my day, footballers used to get kicked in the face every 3 minutes and they still survived. Bert Troutman played an FA Cup final with a broken neck. I don't know. Anyway, that was a random tangent, wasn't it? And you got to hear a West Country accent. There's a life for you. I don't know why that was a West Country accent, by the way. In my head, all old people come from the West Country. It's a family thing, I expect. We go. Walcott's got a crossover. Giroud over the bar. We've really got to start doing a bit more, I think. There's part of me that wants to take off Sturridge just because I don't want him to weep openly in front of, you know, the entire Emirates. I think he is going to come off. I feel bad doing this because I do just want him to kind of man up, if I'm honest. Giovinco's going to come on. He's going to come on as the trequartista. We're going to see if we can win some free kicks, some set pieces. See if we can play to his strengths a little bit. And hopefully we'll see something come from that. Walcott's got a free kick though. That's probably not as dangerous as we'd hope. Oh. Casillas, safe hands. He is the greatest of all time. Maybe. Have that debate in the comments below if you want. Is Casillas the greatest of all time? Maybe. They've made all their subs. Giovinco has picked up a knock now, and it looks like a twisted knee. What are they doing? They've brought on Xhaka as well. I suspect he was responsible for any kind of kicking that went on. It's usually the way. He was already injured too, which is a smart decision. Your players are tired. Bring on an injured lad. Brilliant. Nice work, Arsene. Let's go to the Arsenal fan, which is going, but obviously, it's what he does. Decisions, boys. I don't want to risk Giovinco. I don't want to take him off. Oh, we'll leave him on, I think, because we've got. If all else fails and he does break, I have other options, which I know is a terribly cold way of looking at this, but I have other options up front. However, we're gonna bring on Firmino for Coutinho. Oh, Arsenal scored in the background. There's a thing. Giroud has found the net, and that's inevitable. Let's see what's going on here. Koscielny's found Xhaka. Xhaka's somehow, despite being half dead, Sprinter's got across and Giroud has got his head to a ball. I think he tried to blame Henderson for that one. Let's be honest, Casillas probably should have just picked that off of his head. Oh, Giovinco is now dead. That's frustrating. Firmino's gonna have to go up top. He'll go on as a complete forward on attack. It's not his best position, but he'll have to do. We will bring in, if I ever get there, we'll bring in Ox. Strikers in one game. I know I said I had a surplus of strikers, but that's surplus because I've got about 5 of them. This gives me 2. This gives me 2 options up front, and I might not even have 2 because I've sent a few of them out on loan. I've got Danny Ings off the top of my head, and now Ronaldo's picked up an injury. Brilliant. If I was ever going to rage quit a game, it would be now. I've got my options essentially up front, as long as these injuries are all fairly serious. My options for the next game, which you won't see, are Danny Ings and I think Ryan Brewster. I literally think I have nobody else fit at the club. Solanke's out on loan, Woodburn's out on loan. We've conceded a third. Thank you very much, game. Beautiful. 4 injuries. That's really, really helped us. Diaz has done well, to be fair, with that tackle, but Welbeck's got it over the top. Giroud has found himself space. I don't know. The idea of being 8th was a nice part. Now Jordan Henderson's picked up a knock. I swear, if I was to take off every player I've been recommended to take off, the game would have to be abandoned now. Just gonna have a quick look, see what happens when I try and take these players off. Because hey, they're already dead, right? Can't make any more subs, okay. It did give me the option to take them off just now, but there we go. So we've had 5 injuries, 3 knocks and 2 injuries in one. It's just it's unbelievable. They're going to go and score a 4th now, because why not punish us? Or someone will go down injured. There's Giroud. I thought he'd have the hat trick. If I sound a little bit despondent, guys, frankly, I think I've got a good reason. That's unbelievably piss poor. Not the performance. Literally, as a game, that is piss poor. I don't know how we just had the second or third update and we're still getting just ridiculous numbers of injuries. These guys have all practically been resting since the last game. They've only trained one day. They should be fine. How are they falling apart? Okay guys, before we wrap up the episode, let's see just how bad the casualty list is and see how much we think it's going to affect our season. Disappointing collapse is really unfair, by the way. Firmino, 4 or 5 weeks. 4 or 5 weeks puts us to... Let's have a look. This is 28th now, so 1, 2, 3, 5. Puts us to West Ham. He'll miss. So he's going to miss Chelsea, Celtic, Man United, Leicester, the Carabao Cup final against Palace. Brilliant. Lovely. That's what we needed. Giovinco, how long's he out for? 5 to 8 days. That's not the worst, but it still means he's going to miss, the Bournemouth game. Probably Huddersfield. That could be worse. Henderson's out 4 or 5 good days. That's not too bad. He'll miss Bournemouth, but we'll make do somehow. Started up 1 to 2 days again with a bruise. I'm always supposed to wrap him in cotton wool. Like, man up. I wish there was just a man up button. And I'm sure someone will get triggered by me saying man up, but there needs to be a man up button there. Wijnaldum 1 or 2 days with a bruised ankle. I mean, come on. It's football. If you're not taking a kicking, you're doing it wrong. I don't know if there's anything else we need to know. There has been talk, by the way, of a transfer. Emre Can is being desperately courted by PSG. I've literally said, unless you pay me 100 million, he doesn't leave. Anyone willing to pay 100 million for Emre Can deserves everything they get. Quite frankly, I'm going to leave this episode there, guys. Thank you very much for watching. As I said before, if you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you're new around here and you're thinking you might want to stick around to see what happens next with the injury crisis from hell that's about to occur, please hit the subscribe button. If you want to tweet me anything about the game, if you want to know when new episodes are coming out, if you want to chat about wrestling or films or anything, really, music, you'll see the random that goes on my Twitter. I talk politics on there, and it's largely me trolling Donald Trump. Please do feel free to give me a follow at ChasingLamely. That's going to be it for me. Thank you very much, guys.